but they arranged the transfer either to Gatwick or to Heathrow. And then it is to the Hilton line. Double-deckers are one way of transportation here in London. It's a nice way. I mean, it can be a little bit longer because of the traffic, but you sit up to over 70 pence, you know, a pound, and then they have the trips of 120 and 170. Depends how on guard. 2000. You remember the fireworks in Paris shooting out of the Eiffel Tower? Maybe you remember also the fireworks here in London along the River Thames. Also majestic evening here. Years later on coming up, that is the political side of the city.
Hey, you want to go on?
And that is the Parliament buildings, the Big Ben there, and then you check the time with the red lamp. You have a local guide, and you will see all those places also again here, the West. Right here on the left, double-deckers. Depends where you want to go, which one you take. Well, you can spend a lot of money there. They have it all. You don't find it in Harrods, they don't have it. I mean, nowhere in London.
Yeah, we should have been on the seatbelt on Pride, but for some reason we haven't. Oh, can you see the cormorant, by the way, on the left? If any of you like birds, those black birds that you see skimming the water. Did any of you see it open today when we were down at the tower? It opened for a good while. It took a while to get that. That big cruise ship came in backwards, actually. A tug was pulling it. I always wondered what they did. They pulled it in backwards, so I guess it can kind of steam out frontwards, so to speak. As we swing around of our new mayor of the whole of London, a chap called Ken Livingstone, in Lady Thatcher's time, he was our mayor, but he was far too left-wing for her, so she dealt with him in her usual delicate fashion. She abolished the whole of the Greater London Council. There's electronic equipment, that's electronic. It opens up anything from 3 or 4 or 5 times a week, but shipping cannot get further than the next bridge along London Bridge, only these small crews. And when it's open, really, you should not be interrupting people's passage from one side to the other. So people can still climb up and walk across the top of it and not have their journey interrupted. Now, we don't really go too much further up this way. This is our Dockland area. To the left, you've got St Catherine's Docks. 8,000 people were displaced. If anybody ever bombs London again, drop one on that hotel. We can build something that looks a bit nicer. As we go under the bridge, into view comes Her Majesty's Palace and Fortress. Today, just walking along the back of it, looking across. Beefeaters, and it's about this time of night that the ghosts come out. One can almost imagine seeing Anne Boleyn with her head tucked underneath her arm, walking along there. From Normandy, in the reign of William the Conqueror, and at a time when all the other buildings in Britain were just little straw, wattled or thatch huts. So William the Conqueror intended that to impress and intimidate people. That was the main castle of the city. There were 3 of them, but this was the main one. And you know, there's no other building that has 900 years of more exciting and dramatic history than the tower. All the little ravens will be tucked up in their beds now. The beefeaters will be in their pub, swapping straight up ahead. That is the monument. It is amazingly a monument to the Great Fire of London. If you laid it on its side, it would stretch 202 feet to the exact point in Pudding Lane, where the Great Fire broke out in 1666. And that fire destroyed 4/5 of the city. Now, I don't want you to miss the Belfast to the left, which is hidden, which is on D-Day, made into a little place, as you see, of cafes. It was called the Larder of London, and it's where all the butter and sugar and cheese and stuff was unloaded. But that's an example of how they had the, you know, nous to buy up all that land and fling money at it and drag it back from the dead, because it knows where the last London Bridge is. But there weren't any takers. The original London Bridge was built of wood in the year 43 by the Romans, You know the song London Bridge is Falling Down. That is when a friendly Norwegian king actually pulled the bridge down to stop the dangers. The Anglican Cathedral for the South Bank of London. It's where William Shakespeare's brother John is buried. It was made into a cathedral in the 19th century, but well worth a visit to. An actual to-scale replica of Sir Francis Drake's Golden Hind has sailed round the world too, just like Sir Francis Drake did. You can sleep on it, you can hire it for parties, you can visit it. It's a little tourist attraction of its own. Yeah, the River Thames is tidal, and it's British newspaper, printed on pink paper. And then we're going under Southwark Bridge. Southwark Bridge was a toll bridge for so long that people just got out the habit of using it. And most Londoners didn't know the actual exact replica of the original globe that was on the site. You see here, they do fantastic tours of the globe. You have to check what times. When they're going underneath the Wibbly Wobbly Bridge, which, as you see, is not wibbling or wobbling, opened by the Queen in the Jubilee year, cost something like about £17 million in the first place, and then about another £7 million to stop it wobbling. Just keep looking right, we've got that view there of the dome. And by the way, the height to the top of the cross is 365 feet. The dates on St Paul's, it was started in really the 5th church on the site, and those of you who haven't been out on your city tour yet, you will go on a guided tour of the cathedral and hear all about the Whale Bridge. Then we go by the Invisible Bridge and then by the tunnel from London into the stratosphere, so absolutely nowhere. And Blackfriars Bridge, the piers that hold it up are Bishop's Pulpit, because Blackfriars, there used to be a we were supposed to think he committed suicide, but we know for almost certain that the Mafia had a hand in it. Very imposing buildings, you're right, Unilever, people like Isaac Newton and Milton. Next to it, it's offices now, next to it, the orange brick building with the chapel window was Sion College, the PricewaterhouseCoopers. Looking left, you'll see how the river meanders. The water gets fresh water then. The little ship immediately to right with a yellow funnel is the President. They use this ship, they hire it out for parties and use it for training. It was in New Zealand, an old gunboat. And then where the trees are there are the Inns of Court where our trial lawyers train. And the building with the green copper roof just beyond it, British American Tobacco Bazaar. Sorry, this is the Wellington, the one that was worked out of New Zealand, and it is the headquarters of the Master Mariner. Well, it's still 70 degrees. See the temperature there on the National Theatre. There are 3 theatres within that complex. Although the building is not much loved from the outside, and I'm a huge fan of the National Theatre. One is that receiving a government subsidy, they have large companies and they can afford to put new and challenging plays on. The other reason is that a lot of the London theatres are extremely hot at this time of year. The National Theatre has brilliant sightlines and it is air conditioned, and the first director was Sir Laurence Olivier. I expect some of us older ones even remember him. Impressionist art called the Courtauld. That's the wonderful, famous one. Towards Big Ben and the Millennium Wheel. The next little bridge we go underneath is a railway bridge at the station for the whole of South East England. You can walk across them and you're virtually in the West End of London. It's selling off a lot of their lands back in the 1990s. just as we go under Millennium Wheel. A few months ago, a couple got on it quite late in the evening, managed to get a capsule to themselves, so there was another first on the Millennium Wheel. They didn't realise the CCTV was on. They were having a little kiss, of course. Dave Objects, it's been a big hit. It's especially interesting to go, I think, if you're a Londoner, and next to it, County Hall, which was the Mayor's office. We saw the new one just then. Now you've got Salvador Dali exhibition in there. You've got the Saatchi Gallery with all the Brit art, several restaurants, hotels, McDonald's even, and a huge aquarium, strangely. Now, Westminster Bridge with its 7 arches, named after the days of the week, with Monday on the left. And that's what we like to see. Parliament is still working. How do we know they're still working? There's a light on the top. Why? Queen Victoria insisted that the light be on the top of the tower, on top of Big Ben, which she could just see. It was bombed in the war, yeah. Not to bits, but it was bombed and they did have to move out of the chamber for a while. Now, the Commons, those are the ones we elect. Do you see all those people under that green stripy tent thing? That's the Commons. Look at them all drinking large gin and tea. Their colours are red. The vault is the upper chamber. So they're having a nice little party there. The buildings that you're looking at just date from the 1840s and 50s. After a fire in 1826 destroyed most of our Parliament. And, oh, we're getting a, yeah. And that's a Victorian Gothic rebuild. Wonderful architect Charles Barry, and all the decoration done on the right, just ahead of the next bridge. Big empty flagpole, that's got a slightly golden roof, and it's in the shadow of the big tower block. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be quiet. Pied à Terre in London, and then all these buildings that are just coming in dead ahead of us as we turn are St Thomas's Hospital, where Florence Nightingale founded the first school of nursing in Britain. Well, how about that for timing? I think doing that really. The first thing you hear is the Westminster chimes. Ding, 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 ding. Big Ben is the bongs, and he's the bell of the clock tower of the House of Commons. And as I told the group this morning, named after